I think what defines a hit record is an interesting place to start. But
You see that, but you don't see the people that
Yeah.
don't. You only see the ones that make it, so
Yeah.
it looks like that.
yeah.
Right. Welcome back, guys. This is Blind in the Industry podcast. I'm Ben Foden, joined with...
Dan Brown.
And today, what are we discussing?
We are discussing what makes a hit record.
Yes.
Now, we should preface this by saying we're not saying we have hit records.
We don't have the formula. We don't have the secrets.
We are just disputing what makes a hit record. So we see your radio blow up.
Yeah.
What's
like a common theme?
a
Like,
common theme?
do we
yeah.
think it's down to production, mixing, the artist, both?
For sure.
Where do we start with this?
So I think it's difficult because it's all subjective, isn't it? Because I hear a song, a hit record, and I think my first thought is, oh, that sounds clean.
Yeah.
It's not really, oh, that's catchy. It's like, oh, that's well for me.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that sounds really clean.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go against that and say I don't think it's down to how clean something sounds. Because what was that record that was massive on TikTok and still is, all social media? It's like the one that's like all VHS-y and like...
Tommy...
Yeah, that's it.
Tommy Richmond.
Tommy
$1 Million
Richmond.
Baby.
So that is like...
It's gritty.
I think that's super gritty. And there's even like a VHS version, which is like just, I think, super saturated.
Like clipped or something.
Yeah, they just clip the hell out
it's
of it. It's
better though. It does sound better.
But that's not clean. And
but that's an anomaly.
I don't think so. I think the idea is so important.
Yeah,
like
for
more
sure.
important than the execution. Like, I think you could have a horrible idea that sounds super clean. It's not going to be a hit, but you could have really bad idea that's mixed not and be a hit.
For
if
sure,
that makes
but
sense.
It's weird because, like, especially with those songs.
Yeah.
What I love about it is, well, one, it's no one's really been doing it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can tell it's intentionally gritty.
Yes.
It's not like they've just not known how to mix it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe intention. Maybe if their execution of the vision is good.
like they made that knowing that is what they want. They wanted that like old gritty feel.
And they got it, to be fair.
Yeah.
They really got
it.
It
Still sounds so modern. They smashed that.
They smashed
I don't know who
that.
produced or mixed
I would love to know.
I should probably know. Yeah, let us know.
Because it's one of it's one of the songs of the year, really.
Yeah, it's great.
Actually,
I mean, he's been going for a while as well.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like...
I don't know
obviously,
his old stuff,
when
really.
someone blows up on, like, TikTok, everyone's like...
Industry plan.
Well, they assume they've just, like, started.
Quick sidetrack. The phrase or the name industry plan drives me insane. I call people up just when I'm trying to wind someone up. Like, someone says, oh, I love them. Like, just an industry plan.
Yeah.
Like, just to wind people up. But it's such a weird, like, Gen Z thing. Because
it is, yeah.
Industry plan, someone makes good music and... a label back them.
Yeah, people assume it's like a plan.
That's not industry plan, and that's just the music industry.
It's like, it's conspiracy theories. It falls under the same category.
It's terrible.
I think.
It's terrible. But what makes a hit record is such a difficult question because there's so many anomalies. But I think what defines a hit record is an interesting place to start.
Okay.
So what's a hit? Because, for example, Dave can release a song.
Yeah.
And it's a hit for an audience, but it's not like a global hit.
Yeah,
Always.
I guess
some of them.
Yeah, I guess we've got a sort of like.
But like when I think a hit record, as much as it annoys me, it's like a Ariana Grande or a Justin Bieber record.
Yeah.
That's a hit record to me.
Yeah, I think that's probably all like the top trending TikTok songs or whatever.
Yeah.
As much as I hate how that's the standard, I mean, that is...
TikTok's great for blowing up for music. I've found so many artists that I really like for TikTok.
Yeah.
Although I hate when I like an artist and then they become a TikTok artist. Like, oh, that's a song from TikTok.
You can't look at it.
I sit there and just
like,
seethe.
It happened to JID.
Don't get me started.
I've been following... we've both seen him live.
Yeah.
I saw him in like 2015 or 16.
I saw him in like 2019, I think.
So good live.
So good. And now surround sound blew up on TikTok.
But like,
and
you just have to like, you got to look past it and just be happy for him.
Yeah, because he's making money.
He's getting his flowers.
For sure, he deserves it.
Yeah, big up for him.
I'm sure he doesn't even want that target audience, but he's getting the money.
I don't know. I think there's probably a part of him that's like, but then a part of him that's like, this is nice.
If I blew up on TikTok, I wouldn't
You're
complain.
not going to be mad.
Nah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But for a hit record, I always think Well, I think for something to make it as a hit record, it's got to be clean.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not what I hear first, but it's got to be clean.
And I think, where does it start? The idea, the production.
Yeah.
So that is like, I think the most important part of it, really. Like, whether it's like a band coming up with an idea, or like the artist, or like a producer and an artist, that is where the hit song is made.
It's so interesting though.
Like in that session, in however long it takes, I think that is where it's like born.
And I have a sneaky suspicion, this might be mild or wildly off.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that most hit records from artists that don't have ghostwriters, from artists who are generally doing it all themselves and with their team.
Yeah.
I reckon most songs that blow up are songs that come to them so quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
you often hear
a gut
that
feeling, yeah.
What was that one? Pursuit of Happiness.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Genius video for that?
No, is it
it's
good?
So good. I think, I might be completely wrong, but you know Ludwig Göransson?
Yeah.
He did Redbone,
Yeah.
Childish Gambino, and also like the soundtrack for Black Panther.
Yeah.
But I think, this might be wrong, but I think he produced that.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like a video of him.
That's crazy.
Like, he had a session with Kid Cudi, I think, and then like something like 10-15 minutes before he was going to turn up, wrote the song basically. I might be saying the wrong producer here, but we'll put whichever the right one is. And it's just the coolest video ever. And that idea happened within that like 10-15 minutes.
Wow.
And he was like, I've just like made this before you turned up, and it was like, this is it. This is a hit.
Yeah.
It's this huge song.
Yeah. Kid Cudi deserves more flowers than he gets.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he gets...
Have you not seen... So... I think this video disgusts me. So Kanye West was performing at, I want to say Coachella, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
Wasn't able to make it.
Right.
Kid Cudi was friends with Kanye, stepped in, and everyone booed him.
Really?
And it's like,
That's
I know
wild.
you're here to see Kanye, but what are you gaining from booing Kid Cudi?
I feel
Kanye's
like Kid Cudi's not like, I wouldn't expect him to be booed.
Exactly, but that's
such a good replacement.
But especially someone who's openly struggled with mental health.
Yeah.
It just feels wrong to me.
Yeah, but people
I
don't
have
care.
a special place in my heart for Kid Cudi. I'm biased.
Yeah, he's great.
But talking about what makes a hit, and is it necessarily all these bells and whistles, right?
Yeah.
Gorillaz, you know the band.
Oh yeah.
So
I know where you're going with
Clint
this.
Eastwood.
Yeah.
That song.
I know.
Have you seen that video?
I've seen the video. I've seen the video.
It's like a kid's keyboard.
It's insane.
And it's got like
one of the presets or something.
So kids' keyboards, like they've got
It's
like
sick.
all these buttons that go DJ.
Yeah.
They've got like loops that you can sort of play along with to teach kids. And they've got one that you just press the button and it's the Clint Eastwood beat.
Yeah, it's sick.
And it's crazy. And even like the turnaround of the beat,
It's
you
just
just press
a
another
4-bar
button.
loop, right?
4-bar loop.
Insane.
But that's just, it seems lazy, but the idea was so insane.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic of like the sampling and is it lazy? I
Oh,
think
for sure.
totally not. Like people see that and they're like, oh, it's lazy. He's just used that, but like no one else did it.
Yeah.
Like there wouldn't be Clint Eastwood if he didn't use that.
For sure. And I see such hate for Dua Lipa.
Oh right.
Right? Not my cup of tea, personally.
Yeah.
But she released an album called Something Nostalgia.
Okay.
Future Nostalgia, I want to say, but if it's
Right.
not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where every song was like an interpolation of an old song.
Oh, okay.
But she would get like, so she did like an Elton John song,
Yeah.
interpolation, but he was like a part of it as well.
Okay, that's cool.
So, but she got a lot of hate. She said, "Oh, she just stole this song." But
It's
then,
not.
luckily, you have people in the comments being like, "This was like paying homage to these
Yeah.
people. Like they're all credited in it."
Yeah,
They're all...
for sure. Yeah.
So I, even though not my cup of tea, she gets too much hate for doing something that's really unique and interesting.
Yeah, I think in general, people get hate for any sort of form that looks like it could be copied or just completely ripped off. Like, I think...
But there's a line though, because
Well, yeah.
I don't want to throw hate because he's such a. I'm not throwing hate, but he's such an important figure in dance music.
Yeah.
But David Guetta
Yeah.
just copies songs.
Does he? I have no idea. That is... I don't listen to that
Maybe
or
it's because
anything.
it's my least favorite type of music is that new wave of
Okay.
David Guetta stuff. I love his old stuff.
Right.
But the new wave of stuff, maybe it's because I don't like it.
Or
But,
is it just sort of like taking old tracks?
and just changing the words, but the exact same melody,
What, getting someone new to sing it and using the melody?
pretty much.
But
and
I
then
mean,
making
is
it a
that
bit-
not the same?
It's maybe I'm just a hater.
Maybe it's just because you don't like
Maybe
that
I'm
type
just
of
a hater,
music.
but
I think everything is influenced by something.
Oh, for sure.
It's just sort of, I guess, the scale at which you've copied, whether you've just taken like the melody or you've used the actual song
or the vibe, even just
even the vibe, like, or how they've captured it. Like it's like could be here or here.
We had an interesting moment today though, didn't we? So Ben showed me a beat. Ben and I, obviously, we show each other like, all the beats we make, and we were sat and he's like, "Oh, I want to show you this beat I made." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he showed me it, and I said something. I didn't realize how cool it was when I said it, but I was like, "This is such a Ben Foden beat." And you were like, "Oh, because they all sound the same." I was like, "No," but it's like, you've taken all these influences from like Kenny Beats, and you've talked about like Flume's influence on you and stuff. And somehow all these different influences have led you to having your own sound.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
I remember when I've just started producing, it was like it was everyone, and you start by trying to copy your favorite productions and all of this, and like that's all your work is, and you're like, how do people have their own sound?
Yeah.
And like, how do I do that? And where do I get this from if all I'm doing is copying? But then, like, I didn't even realize. But
out of nowhere,
when you pointed out, I was like, well, I thought they just all sound the same, but I guess it is sort of a sound of mine. Yeah. And I mean, the same when I listen to yours.
Yeah, I'm all over the place at the minute, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the general sort of I'll make some rogue stuff as well. Yeah. But like, there is like,
if I need to make a beat to sell a beat. Yeah, it has a feel to it for sure. But I love a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
so I hate being put in a box of like, oh, I'm just a drill producer.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or just a tech house producer. I love being able to do it all.
Yeah,
and like especially with the accessibility to like DSPs and stuff and distribution.
Sure,
I think it's really, really cool
and
that I could release.
Everyone can make a hit record.
That's the point.
Super easy.
So if you just get AI mastering,
if AI production, AI everything,
AI
vocals,
voice emulation,
you'll have a hit.
Like do you remember that Drake guy?
Which
he was
guy?
like a Drake ghostwriter. He released like songs on Spotify using an AI Drake voice.
What? And he was actually the ghostwriter for
No,
Drake?
He wasn't actually. But it was so his ghostwriting was so he just like wrote a verse.
Oh, so that sounds like Drake
Drake's
would
voice.
say it. Oh, was it good? How did I not hear these?
Mate, it was so good.
Really?
Like people were saying it was like better than Drake's songs. He was.
This is the thing,
because he was a good writer. Like you could tell.
Okay,
he was a
I've got a
good
little
writer.
side topic for the hit records thing. If you're someone like Drake and you're an established artist, is it easier to have a hit? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like obviously they've done the footwork to get to where they are, but I think
that's interesting
because a lot more exposure. So you're gonna it will most likely do well.
At first thought, like but I do think people don't think that when you're in a position like Drake or J. Cole or any of these massive household rap names, it's you've got this audience, you've done the hard work. But if you release a stinker, you're getting scrutinized.
Oh yeah, like and I mean, even if you release hits, you're getting scrutinized. But is that majority or is that like minority of people? Like, what do you think?
One of the first rappers I ever like really listened to every song of was Chance the Rapper.
Oh, sick!
And then he released that album, The Big Day.
Yeah,
and I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as good as Coloring Book or Acid Rap.
Yeah.
And he had this really cool niche fan base who were like stans and they loved him.
Yeah.
And then released The Big Day and it just feels like he lost it.
Yeah, it's actually true.
But he lost so many fans because of that.
Yeah. I mean, similarly with even artists that I love, like big artists, when they release an album, I'm just like not feeling it. It's just a bit like,
The one that breaks my heart the most is Kanye.
Yeah.
Controversial to talk about him on a podcast, but he's doing a tour again.
Okay.
And he's doing his old songs.
Really?
And I will be there.
See, I don't really listen to Kanye.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. I never really have.
That's disgusting.
But like I know the songs, it's just never been on my playlist sort of thing.
That's crazy.
I'd love to go see him though.
No.
I mean, speaking of production, I have some audio news. It kind of falls into the plugin category of stuff. Have you heard of Soundworks?
Yeah.
So they've just brought out, I've not used it, but I'm kind of curious. It's called Gameverb.
Gameverb.
GAME.
Yeah,
Gameverb. And it's like, emulating all the sort of reverb sounds from like Nintendo and stuff like that, and it like looks
like when you go on a Wii, when you click it goes
yeah, I think so, and it like looks like a Game Boy, like the interface looks like a Game Boy type thing. It's called Gameverb. I don't know if it's any good, but it looks sick. I really want to try it out.
Okay,
that Soundworks.
But what's the application for that?
It's just a reverb, but like
when would you use that?
I don't know, for like cool,
that's
like
sick.
effects
I love
type
that.
reverbs. I don't know. We'll need to try it out.
I love that.
I've
got a weird plugin of the week.
Okay, you got a plugin of the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been delving into a little bit. Well, I thought the Gameverb. I thought that was.
And that was kind of audio news, but I mean, it works nicely into plugin of the week. So go ahead.
The Logic Stock Quick Sampler.
Oh, what a great shout out!
Goated plugin. What a great shout out! Because Logic saw this is why I like Logic.
That's such a good shout out. Sorry.
Because Serato Sampler was like the only one that anyone used, but it was a bit expensive and this and that.
I've not used
Logic update. I think it was. I don't know what update it was. Logic updated, and they've got the sampler, and it's an easy interface. It works perfectly. I've never had an issue with it. But what I've been doing more is like actually delving into the settings of it.
Okay.
And like, so what I've started doing is I'll have for hi-hats or kicks.
Yeah.
I'll duplicate the track.
What within?
So I've got a kick sample track.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a second kick sample track with the reversed one.
Okay.
For like ear candy stuff.
Ooh, that's cool.
So when I'm making like a swung gritty beat.
Yeah.
Have it go so you go but they go.
Oh, okay. So it like leads in.
Yeah.
I do that with my snares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
With the kick.
With the kick sounds crazy.
A reverse kick is sick.
Really? I've not done that. I've done it with the 808s. Reverse 808 into another.
Oh, that's sick. But no, reverse kicks are crazy.
Oh, that sounds cool.
But you can like just press a button and reverse.
Sweet.
On the sample.
Nice.
Right. So that's my plugin of the week. But I've. So what's your plugin of the week?
This week, I think I'm gonna go basic, but it's been in the arsenal forever, and I love this plugin. Is that a word?
Yeah.
You looked at me weird, and I was like, "Have I just used a random word?"
I was just like, "Oh, interesting." So what's your plugin of the week?
I think this week I'm gonna go with it's sort of like it's a basic plugin of the week, but I love it and I've used it forever. RC20.
I was nearly mine, you know.
I know it gets hate, but it also gets love.
I've never seen it get
really?
hate. It's the only plugin that does what it does well enough.
You think there's a lot of...
I know that Zen Master one's
there's
good.
The tape sketch cassette. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
It's like got the little cassettes and the things rotate. That one looks pretty good. But yeah, RC20. That's on all my keys.
It's so good.
That.
It's so good. RC20 is just... It makes things feel real, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that. That's my plugin of the week.
For sure. Audio news this week.
Yeah.
They are a bit of a controversial company. I'm aware of this.
Okay.
It's not Behringer. Warm Audio. Have you seen them before?
I've heard of Warm Audio.
So I've used their Neve, Neve 1073 dupes. I don't want to call them copies or knockoffs.
They do plugins,
but they do hardware.
Oh, they're hardware.
So it's Warm Audio. So they have like a WA73.
Okay.
Instead of a 1073.
Right. Okay.
Stuff like that.
It's like the.
They're sick. In my opinion, it doesn't really sound like a 1073.
Okay.
But it is sick for what it is. They've released, I think, very fresh, the WA47.
Right.
And the WA78.
Right, okay.
No, sorry, WA87.
Yeah.
So it's a U47 clone and a U87 clone.
Oh, okay, sick. Wait, as in it emulates...
So it's just like a copy.
Oh, okay, sick. Have you tried them or
I've
you
not
just heard
tried
about
them.
it?
It's new.
Okay.
But they make good stuff. And
I bet you it's good, you know.
It's kind of the way I see Warm Audio, and if I'm really wrong, I'm really sorry. But you've got Behringer. You've got like U87s, Telefunkins and all that sort of stuff. And then you got Warm Audio. It's for this side.
Yeah.
But Warm Audio, like, it's easier for budget producers to get in the hardware.
Yeah, I like it. I mean,
it's really cool.
I like those companies. I think it's necessary that there are those companies.
Yeah, because some of them, I've heard some people say they prefer the sound.
I'd be curious. I mean, let us know if anyone's used it. Let us know.
Yeah, please
if
do.
They're any good.
Please do. But
I'm curious.
So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's really important for people wanting to get into hardware.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Sure.
And Behringer, very important company.
Great company. Behringer. We know that Behringer supports content creators in the music production space.
Like us.
They love us. So Behringer, talk to us.
We're here. We're waiting.
I've used your headphone app. Amazing.
Oh, have you? I've actually not used any Behringer.
I've used your live mixer. Brilliant.
Amazing.
I've used a lot of other stuff. We'll not talk about that.
Great.
But yeah, so in terms of making a hit record, we'll take it right back to the point.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I think what makes a hit record is largely luck at the end of the day. Like you've like when Taylor Swift drops a song, it's gonna be a hit. Boring. Right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Target audience.
For sure.
I mean, yeah.
But I like that people that don't really have a following can blow up now.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's really
great.
cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really good for the industry.
And
it is a saturated market.
Yeah.
But what I think as well is because it's so there was a point that was so saturated that it seemed impossible. But now it's so saturated that anyone that sticks at it seems to come through eventually.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
People fall out of it.
You see that, but you don't see the people that don't. You only see the ones that make it, so it looks like that.
Yeah. But it's interesting. But what makes a hit record?
Yeah.
Personally, great idea.
I think so.
Great execution.
That's what I'm saying. Great idea for me is like the number one.
I think that's it. Great idea and great execution for me, because marketing, if it's a great song, the marketing's not as important. Yeah. You just need some people to find it on TikTok, really.
Yeah. And if it's good enough, it will make
its
way out.
If people see it and they like it and they press like, then it goes.
Yeah. Right. Let us know, I guess, what you think makes a hit record. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Yeah, so follow us, Instagram and TikTok, blind.audio. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, subscribe on YouTube. We post every 2 weeks. On our Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, we post at least 3 clips a week. So that'll be some social clips from this pod, so a lot of beat videos. Yeah. All the beats are for lease and for sale.
Monthly beat packs as well.
Monthly beat packs coming very, very soon. We got a lot of interesting stuff coming up.
Yeah, keep posted.
Thank you guys for checking us out. We always appreciate the support.
Appreciate it, guys.
See you later.
See you in a bit.